Okay, now we're going to enter our lye phase. And this is when we're going to be putting our lye into our water to make our lye water for our soap. And of course, we're going to be using the small container provided in our soap kit, but I'm going to read the precautions on the bottle from the larger bottle with much larger print. So as we start with the beginning, poisonous, causes severe burns, keep out of reach of children, and may be harmful or fatal if swallowed. Wear gloves and goggles at all times. Never add water and avoid moisture. Now that's very important. If you put water in the bottle, you'll have a mushroom effect that can be very dangerous and harm people. Only add slowly to water. So we're always going to add our lye slowly to water. More safety information at essentialdepot.com/MSDS. So you can go to their website and read more information before you start working with lye. On the back, it says, poisonous, causes severe burns, keep out of the reach of children, avoid contact with skin, eyes, mucus, membranes, and clothing. Do not inhale fumes. If you get it in the eyes, this is the first aid. Forcibly flush eyes with water for 15 minutes. Seek immediate medical attention. And that's because the active lye that is in your eyes, even though you forcibly rinse for 15 minutes, must be neutralized so that no further damage will occur to your eye. External. Flood with water for 15 minutes. Internal. Do not induce vomiting. Drink large quantities of water followed by milk or vinegar. Seek immediate medical aid. Please store in a cool, dry, well-ventilated area away from incompatible substances. Keep away from acids, corrosive metals. Do not allow water to get in container. All right, now we will move into the phase where we actually mix our lye with our water. All right, now we are going to enter the water and lye phase of our cooking process. Our oils are melting in our crock pot, and these are the things that we're going to need. So let's discuss those one at a time. We are going to need a stainless steel whisk that is long and a tray. We are going to need a digital scale that does ounces. We are going to need our food grade lye provided in our kit. Please store away from children. We are going to need 12.5 ounces of water. We are going to need safety goggles, a dust mask, and a set of heavy, thick plastic gloves that travels a good ways up the arm, and a pitcher. This is a half a gallon. It's about the same size all the way down and up. It has a good, sturdy, firm handle, and the plastic is thick and will not melt or become flexible when you put the lye water in there and it becomes hot. We want something that the plastic is going to be able to withstand heat. So a nice, thick, heavy plastic is more suitable. All right. Now we will begin measuring our water and mixing our lye. Alright, now we're going to put our container on our scale and turn it on. And then that will tear out naturally the weight of the bowl. And then we are going to add 12.5, that's 12.5 ounces of water. and it is okay if you go, well, it's okay if you go over a point or two, but do not go under. Alright, now we will move to mixing the lye crystals provided in our kit into our water. Okay, now we're going to discuss adding our crystals our lye crystals that was provided in our kit to our 12.5 ounces of water. Alright, but now there's just a few things we ought to discuss before we do that. One, we've got our protective long, heavy plastic gloves on, dust mask in the ready, safety goggles on our eyes, but also we need to have shoes that protects all of the skin of our feet and ankles, and we need to have long pants on. And now there's a few people that believe that wearing long sleeves, if the lye should splash on your arm, that you wouldn't be able to get the cloth away from your skin as quickly to flush with water. And then others believe it's better to have the long sleeves on to protect your skin from the lye water splashing. But I'll let you make that choice for yourself. Alright? And now one thing about lye. If lye water should be splashed on your skin, you need to flush with water immediately and then apply vinegar to the area. Now, if we should get lye water in our eyes, that's another scenario. Yes, we're going to flush with water vigorously immediately, but then we must go to the doctor, and whether it be an eye doctor, emergency room, or a doctor's office, and have something put in our eyes to neutralize the lye so that the lye doesn't continue to do damage inside of our eyes. Okay, now let's discuss adding our crystals, our lye crystals, to our water. Now I'm ready. We are going to add our lye crystals. Firmly hold your bottle and remove your cap. Remember that if any water should get into your lye, you could have a mushroom effect where it sort of becomes explosive in a way. So we need to ensure that no water goes inside of our bottle, and you never add water to your lye. You'll always add lye to your water. We're going to slowly sprinkle our lye and then whisk. Slowly sprinkle our lye and whisk. We're going to do this slowly, and after all of the lye crystals has been dispensed into the water, we need to ensure that we have dissolved all of the lye crystals in the water. Now we have our face mask on, but when we first finish dissolving all the crystals into our water, we don't want to just peer in there. It is better to add this to your tray. That makes it safe to carry it to your sink to flush it with water and wash it. We want to hold our lye to the light. And you also have to ensure that there's no lye crystal stuck to the side of your container. If so, hold firm, ladies and gentlemen, and tilt slightly. Or use a spatula to push the lye crystals down into the water. We want to ensure that all the crystals are in the water and firmly and completely dissolved. If you have a lye crystal that's not dissolved in the water, it will not dissolve in your oils, and that will cause you problems down the road and make your soap unusable. So we must ensure that all the lye crystals are completely dissolved in our water. So we will continue slowly to sprinkle and whisk. And then sprinkle and whisk. Then it will be very cloudy at first, very hot, and it will be having some fumes rising off the lye water. So after it has cooled and you're ensured that there is no lye crystals by holding it to the light and examining it well, then we can let it cool to add it to our oils. Okay, That was the last step with our lye and our water mixing. I'm going to continue to add my lye to my water and then set this aside on a back surface away from children, on a high shelf that would not be easily bumped. I'm going to set this away and where it's in a safe situation for it to cool. Also, you can put this, as long as you're there watching it and there's no one or children, no one that could be put in danger by the lye water, you can set this on your stove and turn on your vent, and it will take the fumes out of your house. You just have to ensure that your vent does vent outside and not just filter and come back in and blow back into the house. All right, now we will start with our next phase.